cool.
Kind of a suburb of Boston in the mid-90s. And then I moved up to Vermont around 2000. I've been up there since.
So have you been doing graffiti since the mid-90s?
I've had some time off here or there. Yeah. I catch the fever every once in a while, and it sticks for a bit, and then, you know, life gets hectic. And
for sure. Always. And what is your type of style that you do?
I'm more of a piecer. I like, you know, characters and wild styles, full color productions. Also love throwies. Who doesn't love a good throwy?
For real. Very cool. And for the dark versus light theme DC Jam we had today, what piece are you creating and why did you choose that?
I'm doing Heat Wave, which is a character from DC. Yep. And I don't know, I just thought it would be a good burner. And I'm doing a 2-letter for my crew. Rest in peace, Hells, but down with Hells Kids. So I'm doing HK, which is an old Boston crew. And unfortunately, Hells has since passed, but we're carrying the torch. So.
Yeah, for sure. R.I.P. R.I.P.
No doubt.
Yes. And besides that, just within your own, you know, graffiti career, since when you picked up the spray can, have you ever had any like really big moments that you're proud of, or any pieces that really like stood out to you throughout your career?
And yeah, I've turned this now into a job, so I've had quite a few good opportunities. Work with some cool companies. I've done jobs for Lowe's and got a nice stipend out of that with a like gift card I could go on a shopping spree.
Hey.
It started to come with some perks in my older age, and I also host an annual Graffiti Jam. That's something I'm really proud of. Bring together 30 artists from around New England and paint for a whole weekend. And bring kind of like legit graffiti to Burlington, Vermont.
Oh, okay. And when you moved to Vermont, I mean, was there a graffiti scene there, or did you feel like you kind of had to start your own culture?
Well, to be honest, when I first moved there, I got wrapped up in career and family, and recently got back into painting probably like 12 years ago. Some family struggles with opiate addiction kind of made me pick up the pen again, and it's always been therapeutic for me. So back to the jam in Burlington graffiti scene. It's really transient. There's a college town, so a lot of kids come and go, names change often, and there's not a lot of longevity or like old timers that are still putting up. So getting people from Montreal, New York City, Providence, Rhode Island all together.
That's awesome. And you know, the thing about graffiti is we have to keep the culture going. You got to keep it alive. And it's people like you carrying to different locations and different places and starting a graffiti jam like that. That's amazing. But beyond that, it's like what you talked about, and if you don't mind me just bringing it up again, the opioid addiction and the motivation. Sometimes you have to struggle to get back into your passion. Did you ever feel like throughout, graffitiing or any time through your journey that you had faced like negative things or had to, really go within yourself to kind of find that passion again, besides what you had mentioned?
Yeah, every time that I needed to vent, especially when I was younger, I started when I was about 15, so it was my way to just go to the wall and get sucked into a piece and kind of clear my mind, find that Zen space. For sure. Yeah, that's what it is for me. It's
that's
like
awesome.
Therapy, and the end result is cool, hopefully, and other people like it, but mostly I'm paying for myself.
Yes, I love that. And that's what Old Soul Young World is about. We talk about motivational mental health, how you can use a passion to inspire a purpose and create a lifestyle and a business out of it. And that's literally what you've done from 15 till now with the breaks that you've taken off, but you've used this to create a lifestyle for yourself. It's not just an art form, it really is a lifestyle. And also, just one more question. I'm just wondering whether it's in the graffiti scene or the music scene, because I feel like music really plays into art. Do you have anyone that really has inspired your style, yourself as an individual, or anything like that?
I'm a big fan of the Roots.
Hey!
When Do You Want More came out, that really was like a tipping point for my graffiti career.
Yes.
My style just came alive listening to that. And Mir One was a big inspiration for me. He actually came and painted the Beat Non-Stop, which was a store right next to Tower Records on Mass Ave there. And I would just go and like oogle that work for hours at a time and just be like bewildered. How did he do these color combos, and I don't know. So seeing stuff in person.
You know, before we wrap it up, Capes, I just want to give you the chance, if you want to give any advice to any, you know, newer heads coming up in the graffiti game, you know, anyone who is trying to stay inspired as an artist or just be motivated to keep, you know, carrying on the culture of what this is.
Practice, practice, practice. Hit the books. I was not naturally an artistic person. I got, you know, skateboard ramps and some spray cans when I was younger, but I didn't know about graffiti. And a dude from my town, also rest in peace, Zaire, was like starting to get up, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And he was doing some wild stuff, and I got sucked in, found subway art and spray can art and books. And so know your history, do research, practice a lot. Don't get down on your style. You just got to keep going. And it's spray paint. It's not like you're sculpting granite, so you just paint over it.
For sure, for sure. Stay motivated, stay consistent in your art. Capes, do you have any socials, anywhere that people can follow you, check out what you do, or are they just going to find you on the streets?
Yeah, you can find me somewhat online.
Okay.
At Capes1 on Instagram with an underscore before that. And also anthillcollective.com. It's kind of an outdated website, but that's the crew that I put together the Graffiti Jam with. And we got chefs and DJs and b-boys and like a whole group of different artists that come together and make stuff happen.
Cool. That's great. Well, thank you, Cape, so much for talking to us today. You guys, as always, make sure you stay motivated. Tune in with Capes. Check out Graff City and everything that we're going to have coming from this event. And you're going to see the end results of Cape's piece. So stay tuned with us, and we'll catch y'all later.